So Newts Light is a 2D, 3D, side-scrolling platforming puzzle game. It's based off primarily off collision detection and platforming, adding a puzzle element. Things that went right over the last 4 months was just the overall work ethic of the entire team and the motivation. Literally to the last day, we stayed motivated and we worked until we couldn't work anymore, late into the evenings, especially on cook days. Everyone who showed up for that did a great job.
I found it pretty interesting how we never really complained about the roles that we were taking on. Everyone, usually in a situation like that, everyone wants to do one specific thing, but the tasks that we were set on were kind of just fell on our laps, and it was just something that we kind of rolled with it.
Hey, the start of the puzzle design process was an absolute nightmare when we still had mechanics up in the air, and I'm glad everything just came together as a team, and we made this project shine. And once we got our mechanics, and once Chris implemented the camera system, and that was a huge game changer.
To preface the collision issue, this game being a game to where you use prisms to shine on blocks and light them up or turn them off, it was very important that we were very accurate with how these prisms and these light rays responded with these blocks. And we were trying to get the system to recognize when it came in contact with one another. However, a huge issue was it was recognizing bounding boxes. It was recognizing everything else except for the initial touch, and that's why it was such a crucial thing, because that is the focal point of the game for us.
And even as we're doing this recording, there's still problems. We still have that issue with if a light actually hits a prism before the player grabs it, it still doesn't light up. So we still weren't able to completely solve the collision issue, even though that was one of the main things we worked on for pretty much for the entire final project.
That's not a bug, John. That's a feature. Being able to use the right kind of engine. I mean, I've been doing some research on Game Maker Studio lately, and just for how much simpler it would have been using 2D systems, 2D functions, instead of trying to deal with everything in 3 dimensions, but have it play in 2. I would have slept a whole lot better through this whole project.
One thing that I really think highlights all of that is something that the professors and all of the professors throughout the last 4 months had said to us, and that was that we were very good at receiving feedback and then taking it and running with it and getting the fixes we needed and coming up with new ideas.
I guess it's symbolic of what a game designer's job is, where we can take an idea that we can imagine and actually create it, and which is really interesting to see how we kind of went from start to finish, and also how one person's ideas can be enhanced and changed into so many different aspects when you start adding multiple teammates to the project and getting different and fresh perspectives on what could really make this game shine.
Thinking back towards that, the first couple of weeks where, okay, we got our idea, we got to start building a prototype, and I mean, just going from we had no clue what we were doing, basically, both individually and as a team, to here at the end, everybody has grown immensely as designers. Everybody learned a new skill set. Everybody refined something they were already good at. And we built an amazing team on top of that.
Thank you for listening to our watching our Postmortem. We do appreciate it. Definitely, if you get an opportunity, please play our game. We definitely put a lot of hard work into it, as you obviously and hopefully can tell. And y'all have a nice day.